Welcome to Hustle and Heart, finding success and fulfillment on your own terms. The podcast that's here to educate, inspire, and help you step into your power con mucho amor. As a first-gen Latina, I know what it's like to hustle hard, break generational cycles, and still wonder if I'm doing enough. I welcome you to this space, a place where we drop this BS, have raw conversations about mindset, success, and creating a life that's fulfilling to you. Think of this as your weekly cafecito chat with your long-distance, ambitious bestie where we talk about the real struggles, wins, and mindset shifts that actually make a difference. No fluff, no gimmicks, just honest conversations that help you take real steps towards the life that you want. So grab that cafecito, take a deep breath, and let's get into it. Hey everyone, welcome back to Hustle and Heart. It's so good to be with you today. So last week I was talking with a friend. She has a small business. She is a photographer, and we were talking about what we've been doing in terms of marketing and promoting our services. And she shared something with me that basically made my heart drop because I just thought of how much time she poured into really creating the content that she was sharing with me. And she was telling me about how she spends hours a day creating this beautiful content. And she was frustrated with how much time, like she was loving the engagement, but there was a lot of time that was being taken in simply the marketing aspect of thinking of what to create, thinking what storyline behind it, then actually creating it, then editing it, then writing copy for it, captions for your creative. And then not only that, but then you're going to have some post activity, right? Where you engage with the folks that respond to your post and leave comments and DMs, and all of that takes a lot of time. And also it can take a lot of mental stress in trying to constantly figure out what you're going to post next. Now, something that I share not just with her, but with everybody that I come across that has a small business or is an entrepreneur or is promoting some sort of service or product, is that email marketing is one thing that does not have an algorithm, right? And it's that one thing that you actually have control over. So having said that, we live in a time that although many are chasing followers and likes, there's an incredibly powerful tool that is right in our back pocket that many have been neglecting, and that's email marketing. So today, we're going to dive into why email marketing still matters, especially for small businesses such as yours and mine. So I welcome you to stick around if you've ever felt like you're shouting into the void on social media, or if you're looking for a more reliable way to connect with your people. Why email marketing still works. So let's talk about why email is still kicking after all these years. I mean, MySpace came and went, Vine disappeared, but email? It's still here, and it's still very relevant. This actually takes me back to circa 2007 when I was working at Royal Caribbean Cruise Line, and part of my job was teaching travel agents, from digital natives to those who still had their very first email address, how to use email to promote cruises and build relationships with their clients. I'll never forget, there was a travel agent, and she was in about her late 50s, and she was convinced that email was not going to do anything, that people don't even open their emails. And I'll never forget, she's like, my clients want to talk to me on the phone. She constantly kept saying that. She was like, my clients only want to talk to me on the phone. Well, fast forward 6 months after implementing a simple weekly email newsletter, and she was booking more cruises than ever. So what's the deal with that? Well, because her expertise was landing directly in her clients' inboxes every Tuesday morning, it was like clockwork. So that taught me something powerful. And that actually still holds true till today. Consistency creates trust. Those travel agents who showed up regularly in their clients' inboxes, sharing destination tips, cruise deals, and even personal travel stories, were the ones who thrived, even as online booking engines were starting to take over. And if you look at some data, because working at Royal Caribbean definitely turned me into, and if we look at some data, because working at Royal Caribbean definitely turned me into a marketing nerd, the stats are still very compelling, let me tell you. For every dollar that's spent on email marketing, businesses are seeing about a $37 return on investment, right? And over half of the world's population is still using email regularly. And if you personalize your emails based on subscriber behavior, something that we were just starting to figure out back in 2007, engagement jumps dramatically. But beyond the numbers, here's what really matters. Your email list is yours. No algorithm changes, no platform shutdowns, no paying for reach. You own that relationship. But beyond the numbers, here's what really matters. Your email list is yours. No algorithm changes, no platform shutdowns, no paying for reach. You own that relationship. What email marketing means for small businesses. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, but I'm just a small business. I don't have time to add one more thing to my plate. Well, once upon a time, I felt the same way. And I had put off the initiative of email marketing for a very long time because it just felt overwhelming. But the thing is that there is power in email. Email marketing actually saves you time in the long run. And if you think about it, instead of constantly chasing new customers, you're nurturing relationships with people who already know you. And there are some real tangible benefits that I've experienced. First, it's direct communication. When I send an email, I know it's going straight to someone who's raised their hand and said, Ness, yes, I want to hear from you. Second, it's affordable. When I was just starting out and I couldn't spend much on marketing, email gave me the biggest bang for my buck. And third, this was the game changer for me, automation. I set up a simple welcome sequence for new subscribers, and suddenly I had this system working for me even when I was sleeping or spending time with my family. But most importantly, it's helped me build actual relationships with my audience. I still remember getting an email from some subscriber, and he was sharing that he read one of my newsletters and it helped him take the leap to start his own business. And that kind of connection, there is just no price to put on that. Common email marketing pitfalls. Now let's get real for a minute. There are some pitfalls, and I've fallen into them when it comes to email marketing, and I'm sharing them so that you don't have to learn the hard way like I did. The first mistake I made was bombarding my email list. I was so excited to have subscribers that I was emailing them a lot. Let's just put it to you, a lot. Not daily, but a lot. Unsubscribes came rolling in, let me tell you. So, lesson learned, quality beats quantity every time. Another mistake, my calls to action were vague. I'd write things like, check it out or learn, and then wonder why no one was clicking. Being specific and clear and speak the language of my audience is how I was able to provide people what they want. And that is a huge difference. I also used to send the same email to everyone on my list. And that's a big mistake. Once I started segmenting, even just separating new subscribers from longtime readers, my engagement shot up. And I don't want you to ever forget mobile. Mobile is very, very important. I once sent out an email that looked beautiful on my desktop, but it was a hot mess on the phone. And considering that almost half of all my emails, if not more, are all open on mobile, that was not my finest moment, let me tell you. So finally, I wasn't paying attention to what was working. Once I started actually looking at my open rates and clicks, I could see patterns, and then I adjusted accordingly. Simple ways to start or improve your email marketing. All right, so how do you actually put this into place and into practice? Well, let me share some approachable ways to get started or level up your email game. First, create a reason for people to join your list. One of the first lead magnets I played with was a super simple one-page checklist, but it addressed a specific problem my audience had, and it worked. Next, think about regrouping your subscribers based on their interests or behaviors. Even something as simple as separating new subscribers from everyone else that can help you tailor your messages better. Automation doesn't have to be complicated. Start with a simple welcome email that introduces yourself and sets expectations. And then maybe add an email or two that shares your best content or tells a little bit more about your story. When it comes to subject lines, I've found that being conversational works best. Write like you're emailing a friend. One of the highest performing subject lines that I've ever used was very simple. It was, quick question for you. That's it. Quick question for you. It worked because it felt personal. And remember, not every email needs to sell something. Some of my most engaging emails are just stories or insights I'm sharing. Build that relationship first. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with this thought. Email marketing isn't about fancy templates or complex funnels. At its core, it's about connecting with real people who care about what you have to offer. If you're feeling inspired to dive deeper into this topic, I'm hosting a free training later this month on email marketing basics. We'll walk through setting up your first automation in Flowdesk, crafting emails that get responses, and I'll share some examples of small businesses doing this really well. It's happening on March 20th at noon Central Time, and you can find the link to register in the show notes. If you can't make it live, it will be a replay available. Thanks so much for spending this time with me today. If you found this helpful, I'd love to know. Take a screenshot, share it on Instagram, tag me so I can see what resonated with you. Keep building, keep growing, and remember, building genuine connections with your audience is what truly grows your business. I'll catch you next time, mi gente. Ciao. Before you go, let's keep the conversation going. If today's episode resonated with you, then share it on your stories and tag me. I love seeing how these conversations land with you. And if you're ready for more, I welcome you to join my newsletter community where I share exclusive insights, mindset shifts, and tools to help you grow not just your mindset, but small biz too. All the details are in the show notes. This is Vanessa Betances signing off. Keep building, keep believing, and keep showing up for your dreams, mi gente. Ciao.